All right, get a good look. So I have like 5 minutes before I have to pick up my kids from school, but I wanted to give you guys the lowdown on the detox lentil recipe. It is amazing. One of my favorites in the world. So it's something we make frequently, probably once a month, I would say, which is frequent for me. I change it up a lot. It is so good and so creamy and so easy to make. So you've got, I'll post the link to the recipe ingredients here, but I've got basically a cup of everything, right? I've got 1 onion, we got a cup of potatoes. Check these bad boys out. Sorry, oh golly, bad video skills. Look at the purple. We got purple, white, red, just a little, those mini guys. We're looking for nutrient diversity, right? So we're talking color. We've got our salt and our herbs de Provence here, which is lavender and all these different, I'll see if I can find a good recipe for you guys, but I make it, it's cheap and it's delicious. It's super fantastic. My hand is shaking. Then we have a cup of carrots, cup of celery, cup of butternut squash-ish, right? I'm the estimator, queen of estimating. I've used sweet potatoes. I do half and half. I double the recipe frequently because we eat the leftovers like nobody's business. And then I have our lentils that, remember, we soaked for 12-ish hours. Then they expanded. I started with 1 cup and they got big, and now they've been sitting in the fridge for a minute, so they're a little bit sprouted, which is even awesome. Oh, I gotta do my chin. Okay, so here's the down and dirty. You add the ingredients to the Instant Pot or the crock pot if you have time. For me, I don't, because I have to go get my kids, and I didn't start it this morning like I totally should have. Add ingredients to Instant Pot or crock pot. Crock pot's gonna be 5 or 6 hours on high, 7 or 8 on low. Add all ingredients, cover with broth. I'm using this because I didn't make vegetable broth like I had intended to. It's okay, don't worry about it. Cover it all up. In the Instant Pot, it's going to be 30 minutes on the soup button because our lentils are already soaked, right? And if you want to be fancy, which you totally can and you should maybe, saute the onions a little bit first. They'll release the flavor. It'll be delicious. You don't need much salt for this, just a little, right, to bring out the natural flavor. You don't want to add too much salt when you're cooking legumes anyways, because then they don't really cook super great. And I'll do another video on that. I'm torn between looking at myself and looking at where your face would be, like aka the camera. So that is literally it. I'm going to show you how to like puree it here in a minute. Well, it'll be like a second for you, like an hour for me. So I'm going to stick this on sealed up. Sealed up, you know, turn the thing so it doesn't, the air doesn't come out on the Instant Pot. And we'll do 30 minutes on the soup setting. Should be totally good, nice and soft. All the veggies will be nice and soft. Oh, garlic, so much garlic. This is an amazing, sorry. This is an amazing soup. It's super duper easy. You just get your ingredients, your cuppa, right? Cover in broth, 30 minutes, more because it takes a minute to pressurize and all that stuff. But it's really easy and it's delicious and you're gonna love it. Trust me. Hey. Hey. I may or may not have gotten very cozy since our last meeting. So it's been sitting here for what, hour and half, just over an hour actually, so it didn't take that long. You can see it's been on the decompressed thing for like 30 minutes here. In your crock pot, you'll know it's done when it's soft, right? And you can't really overcook it because we're looking for a pretty soft kind of mushadoo type soup. Oh yeah, buddy. Doesn't look like a ton to look at, but it's gonna be delicious. So we've got our soup. Yeah, it's the right texture, right consistency. You could leave it just like this and eat it, absolutely. But for my peeps, we love a more hearty kind of creamy base. So this is about the right amount of liquid. Sometimes I have too much liquid, sometimes I don't have enough. So you can always add liquid in later. You can't take it out. So if you've got a lot of liquid going on, I would recommend using a spoon and getting some of it out, like a ladle or something like that, to get out the excess liquid. Then you're going to take about half of it if you're like me, and we're going to blend it up and puree it really smooth, and then add it back in. And then if it's too thick, you can add that liquid back in, and then thin it out and get the right consistency, big word, that you want. Another tip is there's directions on the recipe there to add kale, parsley, other things like that that are going to be supportive of detox. Parsley is it's like an air freshener for your body. It's like crazy awesome detoxifying dude. And if you blend it up into the puree part, you're not really going to taste it, not going to have a super strong flavor. It's not going to turn it all neon green or anything like that. I personally don't use a lot of kale. It's not my favorite. Sorry, people, nutritionists around the world. But yeah, so I don't stick it in there. I serve this often completely pureed, and then with like a drizzle of like cashew cream cheese or something like that, with spices, avocado on the top, tomato. We eat multi-grain chips with it and kind of make it like this stew thing. So I'm gonna blend half of it up, so I can show you guys kind of the usually the most people prefer that texture. And then Creole seasoning, like a spicy Valentina's. We like hot stuff at our family, so. But it smells nice and aromatic, really earthy and delicious, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I wish you could smell it and taste it.